Last time on The Picky Gamer, we got a break from all the cutscenes and got into some real gameplay. This time, we're back to cutscenes! Yay! And this next cutscene is not a good one to start out with. Essentially, all that happens in this 3-minute cutscene is Groose bullying Link, Zelda telling Groose to stop it, and then Zelda encouraging Link. Sound familiar? This cutscene is almost the same as the one where we met Groose 2 episodes ago. It was fine then because, it was original, but the only difference here is that this time we learn about how the prize is a sailcloth, and that the winner will get to finish the ceremony alone with Zelda. However, this is just reiterated in the next cutscene, which is much better in my opinion. So we've got a pointless cutscene that essentially adds nothing to the story but 3 more minutes of pressing A at the end of a text box in what was already a very cutscene-heavy intro. Great. As I've already stated, the next cutscene is much better. It's short and to the point. We need to fly to the yellow loft wing and retrieve the statuette. The winner will get the sailcloth made by Zelda and finish the ceremony with her, and Groose is obviously going to cheat. And now we're off. The race itself can be fairly challenging, but there isn't any real way to lose. Neither Groose nor his cronies will ever get the statuette, no matter what you do. They still remain a challenge, however, because they can butt into you, which forces you to take a different approach from the other opponents. The first time you reach the bird, Groose flies straight at you, throwing you off your course. Then Colin starts throwing what he says are eggs at you, but I swear those things are soccer balls. Here's the thing. I've played this game multiple times, and I've played the opening bit more times than I can count. I have never, ever been hit by these things. Not once. Even when I was like 12 and sucked at video games, I never got hit. I don't know if this is just crazy easy or if I'm under the protection of the goddess Hylia, but for whatever reason, I am just invincible to these things. Overall, this is a traditional Zelda racing game with a new Z-axis added to literally give it more depth. It's fun and all, but nothing mind-blowing. At this point, I just feel like a broken record. There's a romance developing between these two characters, and this cutscene is one of the best, at least early on, to show it. I could just be looking way too deep into this, but I think that there might be more to this cutscene than just romance. In the ceremony, Zelda plays the part of the goddess, and Link is the victor being blessed. It's possible that this scene is symbolic of the great destinies that both characters have. But here's what I really love about this scene, that I never stopped to consider until now. Notice how Link and Zelda are acting in this ceremony. Link's facial expressions and voice acting, along with the various dialogue options, make him appear confused and almost uncomfortable. Zelda, while showing a bit more maturity, still teases Link and even dangerously leaps off Skyloft for Link to catch her at the start of the cutscene. Link and Zelda aren't taking the ceremony seriously because the stakes aren't very high. They're simple teenagers living simple but happy lives that just happen to take place on a giant hunk of rock in the sky. There is a 10-second bit of gameplay wedged between these two gargantuan cutscenes where you land in the middle of the circle with your sailcloth. I haven't tested it out, but I think you can land anywhere and deploy your sailcloth at any point and be just fine. If you flat out don't use the sailcloth, Zelda will just let you try again, which is nice because, in real life, you'd be dead. Outside of this bite-sized part of gameplay, I like the implications of the sailcloth. It essentially means that you never have to worry about fall damage again. And while a concept like this does have its uses in Skyward Sword, I find that an absence of fall damage is best utilized in open-world games like Xenoblade Chronicles X, where you don't have to worry about dying when jumping all over the place. I'm happy that this idea of no fall damage is being fully realized in Zelda Breath of the Wild with the hang glider, and it's fun to know that the idea came from here. And with that, the ceremony's finished. We had an objective, and we got it, so something has to happen to move Link in his next destination. And shippers rejoice because Zelda just asked Link on a date in the clouds! The Legend of Zelda Dating Sim. Now all we've got to do is sit back and watch these two lovebirds fly through the clouds and... Zelda? Where are you going? This is something I said? I'll call you, okay? In all seriousness, this is the scene that changes everything. In A Link to the Past, that scene was your uncle dying. In The Wind Waker, that scene was when Aeril was taken away. In Skyward Sword, this was that scene. You don't yet know what you have to do, but you know that you have to do something. This is the scene that drives you, Link, throughout the story. You don't have to give your character good motivation to make a good game. You can have Bowser kidnap Peach and call it a day as long as, the actual game is good. But when you get it right, when you give a character really good motivation to do whatever that character does, it gives so much more meaning to your character's actions. You might not like how long this intro is, and, we've still got a while until we reach the surface, but because of the amount of time we got to see Link and Zelda interact, we now have, in my opinion, the best character motivation in any Zelda game to date. But what do you think? What's your favorite character motivation in a Zelda game, or any other game for that matter? Let me know in the comments below, and if you want to see more episodes of this review series, hit that subscribe button. Bye!